Hey everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the very first Battle for Hyrule Zelda 1 tournament match of this season. We have John versus RandoRunner and also Antlerz versus jkoper all at the same time. Very exciting. This is Second Quest Any Percent, and on commentary today we have Green Mario and Red Octorok, and they will take it from here.
Hello, I am Green Mario, and with me is Red Octorok. Say hello. Red Octo, are you there, buddy? Oh no, we may have lost Red Octorok. But it's me, Green Mario here. And look at the matchups. We are doing top right and bottom right, and top left and bottom left. So your matchups are going to be vertical here in terms of who is versing who for the placements. I don't know what happened to Red Octo. You still there, bud?
I am. I didn't know if we were started yet.
Oh, yes, we are. You can hear me, right?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I hope I wasn't talking to some void earlier. But yes. How are you doing, Red Octo? It's been a minute.
I'm doing well, thanks. I haven't been too much in the commentary room lately, but yeah, should be fun tonight.
Oh, whatever.
Second quest.
You know. It's all oh, it looks like we're already starting. The countdown is on in the race time, so we are 7 seconds right now. Boy, second quest. There's a lot to kind of unpack here. Oh wait, now I'm getting a... Wait a minute. Oh, it's like -20 in the room now on the restream. Okay.
Yeah, Twitch is about 3 seconds behind, looks like.
So we are a little bit behind race time, and that's why I was like, in reality it's starting, but for the restream it is, there is only a slight delay. So here we go. So yeah, a lot to unpack with second quest. Red Octo, what do you say? What do you know about it?
Not much. I know I've done a second quest comms before, but it was mostly just watching everybody play room by room. I cannot remember the route to save my life.
Yeah, there are a lot of routing decisions to make. Even when you do it, you can do 2 first, you can do level 1 first. There are a lot of different variations. I think most of the runners in a race scenario are definitely going to do 1 first. You have a lot more chances to get bombs, and those are pretty necessary in both levels. But level 2, you've got a couple Gibdos, and that's about it. There's not really like an easy way to get bombs. At least you have multiple chances with like the blue Octorok outside, and then you've got, the Grias inside, and then if not, you can try to kill a bunch of Octoroks in order to, Grias in order to force another bomb. Yes, you could see jkoper is here fighting the blue Grias. Already 2 HP. Was that 1? Oh man. Gotta be careful.
There were plenty of deaths in the qualifier races, so this is definitely a very hard category for sure.
Oh yeah, I would be surprised if there was not several deaths. I don't know. I have been running second quest lately, any percent, and I have been dying all the time. So I mean, I think it's a kind of a regular thing for second quest. A lot of the rooms are very difficult. I think this quest definitely has more rooms that you are guaranteed to most likely take damage, like 99% of the time kind of thing, at least from my experience.
Yes, second quest likes its close combat corridors, and it's shoot everything at you all on the one screen.
Yeah, there are more enemies doing the shooting. There are, Stalfos. There are 2 different kinds of bubbles, There are a lot of different new enemies around that are tougher. In general, will have more HP as well. So that is one thing that they added in second quest.
It looks like that hasn't stopped. Rando or Antlerz, they're both out of 1. Oh, followed by John. Oh, everybody's out now, it seems.
And if you see actually on Antler's screen right now, he's resetting a couple times. He blew up the MMG cave that's west of start. And he is going to head there at a rather specific time. Doing so when you restart the game allows you to manip the money-making game if you get there within a certain frame rule. Antlerz, being a very skilled gamer, of course, is going to use the strategy to get 60 rupees very quickly and then get the blue candle. This helps you mainly in the beginning, because right outside of level 2 there is a 100 secret, and that is very easy way to get money. 100 secrets are going to be faster than the MMG cave no matter what, because you have to enter multiple times to get those kind of bucks, you know what I mean? But
that's the only 100 secret for second quest, right?
That is correct, I believe. I almost feel like I should look at a map, but I think there's 3 for first quest and 1 for second quest. I feel like a fool. There might be another.
I think last time they said 1, which makes the money manipulation seem worth it if you can learn how to do that.
There's 1. I don't think there is another one. Maybe someone in chat can yell at me. If John was in the chat, he'd probably yell at me and be like, yes, of course there's 1. There's just 1. But
Rando walking through invisible walls there to get the magical flute.
Yeah, we kind of passed by it a little bit. John actually did a reset earlier. I actually wasn't quite paying attention to what I think he didn't get bombs or something like that. I actually kind of missed out. But his timer is like a couple minutes back from everybody else's. And that's second quest. Sometimes the start is very RNG heavy, where you need bombs in order to advance. You can see he's already out of bombs again. So he's definitely in trouble as he goes to level 2. Looks like he kind of did 1 first. Now he's trying to do level 2 or something like that with his reset. But interesting stuff. I mean, he's going to have to fight, or I guess he's going to skip manhandle here because he doesn't have bombs. But there is a master room here where you can get, you have a lot of bomb chances with the orange darknets.
It seems like there was a leader. If you find him, then all the others die.
Yes, it is one of the master, I think they're called master rooms, master slave rooms kind of thing, where kill the master, all the other guys die. So, but yeah, looks like John's just gonna get the recorder and kind of figure it out from there. A lot of runners in second quest are in level 2 right now. All of them, I should say. But yeah, this category in particular is is a category that really benefits from some of the new manipulations that have come out. There's not only MMG manips that you can do, but there's also just manips to level 1, manips after your money-making game that you can use to go to level 2, you know, things like that. So I would say definitely race attempts are very different than reset attempts for stuff like this, especially if you're kind of more at the top level using the manips. But they're not particularly easy to do.
For sure. You think we'll see any white sword for any of the runners? I know John got the blue ring in his qualifying thing, so we might see him diverge a little bit for that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I remember him practicing, at least when I saw him streaming, he would do the money-making game several times and then go buy the blue ring. A little easier done in first quest, because that's where the level 2 is traded with a blue ring shop. So But we'll see, I suppose. I wouldn't completely take it off the table. I haven't seen his like second quest strats. So
He did just unfortunately take a death, but not too far into the level, so at least that I can tell. I'm still learning these.
looks like at the moment RandoRunner has a pretty significant lead. Wow, he just went right back into level 6. Oh, I think he's doing okay. I wasn't sure if he was trying to grab the key. That's what it looks like he's doing. He's trying to grab the key and then do another up A. Because it's a little bit easier to grab it now.
I think they were calling this the Mission Impossible, where they sneak in and then leave.
Dun, 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 yeah, exactly. And it looks like right up, caught up as jkoper, and looks like they're both gonna probably get the potion, I imagine. Oh, okay, jkoper's going for the heart. Okay, so he is most likely doing a different mags route, magical sword route than RandoRunner. RandoRunner just got the potion there. So a lot of route divergences happening here. Looks like
We saw a lot
both
of that
co-stars.
in the qualifier, so I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see a bunch of routes in this one as well.
Yeah, Antler's skipping the grave. He's just kind of going straight to level 8, it looks like. John, unfortunately, having a rough day, taking another death there. Trying to get out of 2. I mean, it's tough. Even level 2, when you're trying to do it in a speedrun, you have wood sword, you know, not a lot of health, and you're fighting, you know, a tough boss. Especially it's because it's also from the bottom. When you fight Gleeok from the bottom side, it can be a lot more difficult to like dodge his fireballs and stuff like that. So level 2 is not easy. You see John buying some bombs there. Smart move.
A lot of Dodongos.
Yeah, RandoRunner and jkoper are kind of doing the same thing here. It's just one of them has a potion, one of them has a heart. So at some point they're gonna kind of have to go their separate ways.
Now we've got 4 streams on, but really it's 2 separate races. So we've got Antlerz versus jkoper over there, and then RandoRunner versus John. So they'll be racing separately, but we get to all watch them at the same time, so it's fun.
Yeah. But sure looks like RandoRunner's doing well according to his splits. He's about 2 minutes ahead, so it seems like he's like kind of these. I'm not sure if these don't look like race splits. These look like his actual PB splits, so I'm not actually sure.
I couldn't find Rando's PB times on Speedruns, so I don't know what his are. I know John got a PB during the qualifiers.
Okay. John, unfortunately, taking another death. He still does have 4 bombs, so at least he can try again. Essentially, it's just, you know, he's got to get the momentum going.
He's a very skilled counter, at least. So at least if he can get the 10 kills, you see him building up maybe a count. Ooh, taking some bombs. As long as he has 1 bomb, I feel like he has a good chance of getting more bombs.
Yeah, indeed.
Antlerz getting his white sword with jkoper not too far behind. Oh, and Rando, they're all going for the... So probably no mags from these players. We'll see if John wants to diverge and get the magical sword.
I would imagine jkoper's getting magical sword because he got that heart earlier.
Okay, so you get both the white sword and mags later?
I think it's still a time save to get the white sword And I mean, it's just you have to deal with a lot of enemies in level 4, and they have a lot of HP. So I mean, I feel like it's a safety thing, but it's also like you don't lose a lot of time because how much time just having the sword saves you. So,
At least they didn't make any harder dark nuts for the quest 2, like they have Staphos and ropes.
yeah, it's like a super dark, like a purple dark nut.
Yeah.
Oh
At least they
man.
were nice enough for not that.
Yeah.
Although something to think about for the randomizers. There you go. Update.
Purple dark nuts, 12 HP. They throw bombs at you. Oh my god. That would be terrifying. That would be terrifying. Alright, Antlerz is making mincemeat of some of these rooms with his beams. Another huge part of this high octane run is just tons of different variants here. You can see Rando having a tough time just even getting to the blue bubble. He's had some tough rooms with the bubbles earlier, getting that key, and now I'm trying to deal with these dark nuts.
Yeah, the bubble rooms are definitely interesting. I've seen lots of pause strats on just the red bubble rooms.
Yeah,
I think they'd be a...
So there's a bit of I'm gonna get down this like weird little rabbit hole for a sec, but there was some math done as to the like enemy AI, like how it moves and stuff like that. Like different enemies have different percentages of like whether they go towards you or go towards, you know, like anti-link, another marker on the map kind of thing. And bubbles in particular have a very low chance of chasing you. I think it's according to Fiskbit, it's like they have a 25% chance of going towards you, and I think more of a 75% chance of chasing anti-link. So I think that in particular, then they are also, you know, at the same time, very fast-moving enemies. You know, bubbles are, you know, they got little jets in there or whatever. They kind of schmove around, and so dealing with them, pause strats, you know, really help a lot more, especially in second quest. You're dealing with a lot more enemies that can lose you tons of time and just like move around pretty quickly, and I think a lot of rooms benefit from using pause strats. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I had to go down that rabbit hole.
It seemed like John got all of his money. I didn't see any misses, but I was looking at all the screens at once. So.
Jkoper dealing with these bubbles and dark nuts now. As you can see, it's just they dance around each other sometimes. Like they get, oh man.
And there's also blocks in the way, right? So we can't see them because it's a dark room. But
yes, this is a whole bunch of twos. 2 in the up left, 2 in the bottom left, all that kind of stuff. 2 in the middle. Really helps to clip into the middle of that block in that room there in particular, because then you don't have to deal with the bubbles, but you're also waiting for the darkness to come to you. So it's difficult without beams. But hey, I mean, this is about trying to survive here at this point. Like this is the rough this is the rough stuff.
And then the big, he's in level 4. You go get the Triforce, but surprise, you're not actually done yet.
No, man. Probably the biggest troll of, I don't know, almost like the NES itself. Like, all the games on the NES, I think that's one of the biggest trolls I've ever seen, is just like, yeah, you need to, like, walk into a wall in order to pass through it. Not bomb. Not something you've been doing the entire first quest. I don't know if that's actually mentioned anywhere in the game or in the instruction manual. It's like something like that.
I think there was hints like on how they placed the room, but I don't remember for sure.
To me, I always felt like that was something that was pretty difficult to like figure out. But I didn't know if that was like actually something that was written down somewhere or like some hint that was provided. Like, I don't know. Yeah, just walk into the wall, like, you know. But that's second quest. I mean,
Woo.
it was definitely, you know, very kind of experimental, I assume, for the crew, right? They were just like, we got this extra space on this cartridge. Dude, let's throw another quest in! You know, and they were kind of just... That's how I imagine the conversation was, anyway. Oh, Antler's gotta hurry on the double clip to get the bomb. Whew.
Ooh,
That got a little scary
closer.
there.
Definitely hard.
So it looks like John has definitely gotten a lot of rupees, and it looks like he's gonna go for the blue ring strat, I'd imagine. Which I thought may be on the table. Meanwhile, Rando seems to be ahead of jkoper, but Antlerz has really picked up since. He's already in level 5, which I believe is the next level that they're going to. Well, it looks like Rando might be going to... No, he did 4 and then 8? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like his splits say 4, 8, 5, 7, 6, 9. So we'll see if he... I imagine he'd keep with his splits.
Yeah. Interesting, I hadn't noticed like the route divergence kind of stuff. Yeah, because it looks like jkoper in his splits is level 5 next, right? So. But yeah, it looks like he's actually also pivoting because his splits are showing that it's level 8 is the next is the level that he just finished.
Yeah.
And that was level 4. So I'm getting trolled by his
Well, that's
splits
what his
by
split
just
says.
looking at him. He's ahead of his splits that he's trolling us with, so I don't actually know if he's ahead.
That is the fun about the races and the no resets, is you just got to think on the fly and just go.
Yeah, jkoper already did 8, so we shall see.
Arrow shot to the Manhandla. And getting bombs out of the deal.
Very cool.
I didn't actually know Manhandla could die to arrows, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, each of the arms have 4 HP, so it needs like 2 arrows. But yeah, pretty much if you got arrows, probably better than using like, you know, wood sword? White sword too, maybe? Need something to take him down. Ideally, you just want to run away. jkoper going into level 5 now. As RandoRunner's leaving 8.
And Antlerz leaving 5.
I'm starting to lose track of where the runners need to go because they're making a bunch of changes in the route and stuff.
I'm gonna guess all eventually 9.
You know, safe bets.
Unless somebody found like just a nice glitch on off stream and they're just gonna showcase it today.
Now would be the time. Antlerz looks like he's doing 6 for real this time. As I think Rando's probably heading to 6 at some point. I'm actually a little... I guess he's gonna go by the arrows now. Here. And then... Oh, and then go to 5. That makes so much sense. Okay. So it looks like his splits are... He's staying on his route.
Same with John. I don't know about Antlers though. He only has 7 hearts.
Yeah, I'm thinking he might actually just keep the white sword here. I think that makes sense because you'd probably take too long in the overworld trying to get all the hearts. But maybe he has a potion that I sort of missed as well. I would imagine you get a potion no matter how good you are at this category. Like in a
Maybe
race,
somebody grabbed a
honestly,
potion in
it's
qualifiers. I don't remember if
brutal.
that was Antlers now. Yumi saying in chat, Antlers does not get mags. Okay.
What mags? Okay, yeah. I respect that. Mags does take... you definitely lose a lot more time in second quest rather than first quest when you try to get the mags. I don't remember exactly like the kind of time difference or whatever, but it definitely takes a lot more time to get the required amount of hearts, to get the 12 hearts in second quest than it does first quest. I would guess probably another like extra like minute and a half, like something like that. So some of the more, you know, higher echelon runners are not even gonna get mags.
Yeah.
But I mean, God, this is a race. I mean, this is like a no reset run. I don't even know where you would begin with this, like strat wise.
Yeah, definitely one of the gambles.
I would get mags.
Imagine if you...
I would get mags. Like I honestly would.
Let's see, I got Antlers PB is 34.35, so he probably feels pretty confident that he can go just his white sword route and get just a stellar time.
Yeah. I would say probably the worst place to die is level 7. It's such a difficult like climb to get all the way back up through like the winding spire of level 8 or I'm sorry, level 7. That's where I assume a lot of runners can gain and lose a lot of time amongst each other.
Have we seen any level 7s yet?
Not yet. So
Everyone is just tearing through dungeons, so by the time you say they're in level 5, they're already like gone.
yeah, I would say level 7 is definitely like a lot worse than level 9 as well, in terms of like if you die in level 9, like you'll like spend a lot more time getting back. I think 7 in particular is just like a lot of rooms, a lot of the enemies respawn again when you die. At least in 9, it's like once you get the silvers, you want to kind of get back to the beginning of the dungeon anyway to keep going. So it's like once you finish that, then there's like the next half of the level that you can, you know, if you die, it's like, okay, at least, you know, got this half of the level out of the way.
Yeah, and I guess playing any percent too, the death rule, like you don't have to worry about touching back, right? Since you're just allowed to press up and A at any time.
Yeah, I don't think there's any particular like, oh, you died here, because, you know, you can death warp quicker with up and A anyway, so I don't think that's really a concern that no up and A would have.
Rando's
But it
setting
looks
up for his
like-
Rue warp.
Yeah. And it looks like we got our first lovely contestant in 7. A lot of high HP enemies everywhere. A lot of fireballs. Turrets shooting fireballs everywhere. A lot of dark nuts and scary hallways and areas.
Are there any 3 dig doggers? Because it definitely seems like Second Quest loves that pattern.
I actually don't remember all of the rooms. I don't think there is in level 7. Yeah, I don't think there is. But yeah, you can see Yumi posting the entire level there in one tiny emote. It is a grind to get through. You've got 3 huge mandatory Dark Knight rooms. I mean, shooting fireballs, you've got diagonal staircases kind of thing, like fighting them in interesting places. You've got mini bosses galore. Goma, you've got a mugger. He's gonna take your money or your hearts. Like, I think randos are more kind of like easier to deal with mugger rooms, because like you don't have to necessarily go through them. They're not always mandatory. In this game, they are. In Second Quest, both of them are. So it's pretty tough to get through. I would say Antlerz is already about halfway there. I would say this room in particular is sort of the difficulty halfway point, the mugger room.
Go give up a life because he has not the money.
Indeed.
I stabbed at his mugger. He's getting his little revenge in.
And you can see the Darknets just rush you even when you're around the door.
Oh man, that's not even fair.
Gets the force off, which is awesome. And it looks like he can kind of... Looks pretty manageable from here. Great combat here. Gets his beams back. Nice job. Nice room.
That was beautiful.
Looks like jkoper is almost there to his magical sword. So he's going to have a lot easier time in the end game.
Rando not too far behind. He's going to go get his heart, it looks like.
Looks like it.
Oh, the flashing ropes are just... They seem like they move twice as fast as regular ropes.
Definitely have 4 times the HP. Or I feel like a completely different enemy altogether. Just because of the HP difference.
Are they the same drop group? Do they drop a bunch of rupees? I mean,
Yes.
not that anybody's going out of their way to kill them, but...
They are, yes they are. But yeah, I mean, it's tough enemies and dropping rupees. Normally, against tough enemies, you want hearts. I sort of, my opinion, I guess, but...
Alright, our second level 7.
And John looks like he's having a lot more success here. Now that he's got a lot of momentum going after the early game with his blue ring. Some unfortunate deaths early on, but he'll be able to start cruising now that he's got a white sword, blue ring, the goodies. Looks like jkoper's
He's
having a
doing
rough
some,
time already in the early part of 7. Already losing a lot of hearts. Does have mags, but I mean, these rooms are deadly. Especially when you got it. Oh man, last hit manhandler. Flying around top speed. Switching to arrows. Can he get him? Oh man. Whew. Yeah, I guess
Oh, that looked like it should have hit.
Nice.
Jeez. There we go.
Meanwhile, Antler is already just storming the level 9 castle. Ooh. Dodge a lot of blue Isrobes here. This is nice.
Ooh. 8 corridors.
Meanwhile, Rando manhandling 7. A lot of white tiles on the screen here. They're all very dangerous in this in second quest. All the levels of white tiles. Scary stuff. Definitely gets your heart pounding.
Oh, I think I saw a potion. So, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. A little
Yeah,
rough to
definitely,
up A and then run with 3.
Yeah, that is tough. There are, it's not too bad of a force on the Lammolas. Because if you get to a 6 count, after you kill the 2 of them with arrows, you can force a fairy fairly easily. If you don't get hit, kind of thing. But, Antler's rocking through. Got basically full hearts because of the potion, so. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's nuts.
jkoper is, like, toying with death here. Barely living against some of these dark nuts.
Ooh, a fairy.
Meanwhile, Rando's a little behind jkoper. Although they're not racing. Again, I would want to point that out. But Antler's looking clean, getting through 9. You know, he's got a lot of pretty cool damage list strats that he would be very, very happy to do in a race setting, I'd imagine, for some of the specific rooms.
It's not over yet, but it definitely looks like Antlers and Rando might be facing each other at some point. I don't know how the brackets actually match up.
Yeah. Rando looking pretty clean at the end of level 7 here. Looks like just a Gleeok to deal with, and then he's going to be good to go. Antler's getting a little bit of a trolley Patra here.
Ooh.
At the end. But it can be very scary. If you kill the wrong head, if you kill essentially the first one that spawns, he can just keep expanding and attacking you without retracting.
Patra?
And it is just, yeah, it can just be brutal.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we're going to get our GGs ready here, because I doubt this is going to take any time at all to kill Ganon.
And he's got the stun lock. There you go. It's GG's out for Antlers.
It's only 34 arrows. He had a little bit of luxury there, to admit.
Honestly, he had some really great race strats. I mean, just kind of doing his own thing, getting a couple hearts and the potion along the way. I mean, that was really, really solid stuff. Good job to Antlers.
Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry, my cat was knocking stuff out, but he's fine.
All good.
It looks like he finished with the 35:48, which is beautiful. His PB is 34:35, so for a race, I feel like that is crazy.
That is really good, especially in this kind of category.
Ooh, but jkoper with 1 heart. Whew.
And I don't actually think he has a potion, now that I think about it. Because I think he got the heart, right? He's definitely going to up an A, so he's got 3 hearts here, but... you know...
Ooh, yeah, the menu screen didn't show on my...
Scary. I don't think he does.
Now, for their
Oh,
brackets, is this single elimination, or do they have multiple fights? I'm not actually sure on this one.
So this is a best of 3.
Okay.
Right? I think.
You're saying Swiss in chat, so...
Oh, it's Swiss. Okay. Okay, so they're just gonna play each other a bunch. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, jkoper is unfortunately kind of out of arrows here. And he's gotta fight these Lamolas, but they're so fast. The blue ones deal so much damage and they just move so quickly, so it's like unless you have ranged weapon or you kind of clip into the blocks there in the dark room, you're gonna have a bad time. Oh, almost there. Oh man. He's gonna have to try again. And yeah, that's rough.
Rando having to chase that blue bubble
Yeah.
there.
Meanwhile, in the same room, he's got some more hearts to use though, but gets out without even taking a scratch.
I feel like if you have a lot of hearts, you never take a hit, but when you're down on low hearts, you seem to always take a hit.
Yeah. Oh man, jkoper's got to kind of bob and weave here. He's got a couple of his last arrows. Oh, he's leaving. He's leaving, resetting the room. Oh man. Woo. Clutch stuff. Good awareness too, because you only really need to kill one.
I don't know how many rooms Rando has left, but he seems to be doing really good with the rooms he's been in so far.
Yeah, he's kind of being patient. Definitely kind of, I mean, he's only got about 5 or 6 rooms left, I think. 2 more patchers though. That's kind of the big problem. Not too many rooms, but they're kind of scary.
And these patchers are mandatory fights, right? You can't just slip by them.
Can't skip them. To the left, there is a red ring though. So you can kind of, if you're having tough with the very end of the game, you can grab it. Which jkoper might, I mean, he's kind of out of hearts here. I don't know.
I don't think I saw any red rings during qualifiers, which, I mean, in a race they could decide, but there's no precedent for it yet.
Yeah, there's kind of like another combat room, and then you get him. So I could understand, like, and it really only helps against the patcher room and Ganon. So I mean, kind of a niche strat, I'd imagine. But it is there. It is there,
It was taking a couple bops, but nothing too bad. It looked like he'd used some good pause strats there early in the fight.
There you go.
He could take one bop from Ganon, but I think he's got a good stun lock there. Woo.
Yeah, good stuff. Get your GGs out for Rando. He is finishing 40-44, looked like, on his splits. GG's.
GG Rando.
Wow, jkoper's trying to farm in one of the scariest rooms.
Now, I don't know his PB, so this could be a... Looks like it's a PB by a minute by his splits, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, it does look like a minute and 3 PB. Oh man, scary stuff for Koper. Looks like he got the permanent. No more expanding Patra. Nice. One more enemy to deal with. While John is in level 7. jkoper gets I think what is the best spawn is when he's at the very bottom left, like that. It's a pretty easy kill. He's gonna take it home. So get your GGs out for jkoper. Good stuff. Way to go. Especially doing it without the potion too. That's pretty terrifying.
we going to get any of the runners in for post-race interviews? I'm not 100% on that.
I thought there was a race too.
Oh, like right after this?
Yeah. So we're gonna get a game 2. And John is just gonna pitch this run. Looks like. And it looks like we can go to game 2. So yeah, it is Swiss, but yeah, we're gonna do another game here. So best of 2 basically.
Now, I'm going to be honest. If they changed routes, I will not notice a difference.
There's just too much shit going on. I'm just sometimes.